K-props to watch today. We've got a long list of K-props. I've got Major League Baseball fishy lines. Let's go to Adam Mazur, who is making his season debut. He's up against the Phillies. He's the Miami righty, by the way. He pitched last year, went under 4.5 Ks in all 3 appearances against low K rate lineups. Phillies averaging just about 4 strikeouts a game against righty starters. Those pitchers, 24 overs, 28 unders. But again, for a Phillies team that doesn't strike out a lot, Mazur first started the season, I'd aim to the under. This game scares the crap out of me. Rockies righty Armand Marquez up against Washington lefty Mitchell Parker. I'm scared because it's a fishy line going against what would look good for both. Okay, anyway, I'm not making sense. I'm not speaking English. Marquez, under 3.5 Ks. So he's gone under this in 5 of 8 starts against low K rate lineups. That includes 4 of 5 on the road. Righty starters, 33 unders and 19 overs. So most go under when facing the Nats this year. And clearly the book is just mispricing these numbers, because if you're continuing like the Nats, the Rays, if you continue to see such a lopsided numbers of over versus under, then the book is getting something wrong. When you see teams more at 500, then you know the book's kind of got them. But Colorado getting Washington and these lefty-righty splits against the Nats, I would look to unders against the Nats with righty. Nats lefty Mitchell Parker, over 4.5 Ks. He's gone over this in 5 of 8 starts against teams averaging 5 or more strikeouts per game against lefty starters. But here's the thing. Parker's getting the Rockies, who average 6 or more strikeouts a game against lefties. So 5 of 8 starts, Parker went over this against teams averaging 5 or more Ks a game against lefties. But now we take that down to even a smaller scale of the teams that Parker's faced that average 6 or more strikeouts a game against lefties. 6 strikeouts against Pittsburgh, 4 against Baltimore, and 5 against Texas. So in teams that are averaging 6 or more strikeouts a game against lefties, Parker's gone over in 2 of the 3. Lefties, 12 of the 20 lefty starters to face Colorado went over their strikeout prop. They're averaging just under 7 strikeouts a game. In fact, 12 straight lefty starters have had 5 or more strikeouts against the Rockies. 12 straight. So this number for Parker at home feels very low. Arizona's lefty Eduardo Rodriguez, under 4.5 Ks. Erod's only faced 1 low K rate lineup in his 11 starts. He had 1 strikeout on the road against the Mets through 4 innings. The Jays, they have one of the lowest strikeout rates in baseball against lefties, averaging 3.9 strikeouts per start. 11 of the 17 have gone under their strikeout prop against Toronto if you're a lefty starter. Since May 1st, 7 of the last 11 southpaws to face the Jays went under 4.5 Ks. Erod under on the road in Toronto. I've got another list. More K-props. Remember, don't bet all of these. Just giving you my thoughts on the ones that I like the most. Minnesota's righty Bailey Ober, over 4.5 Ks. Through his 14 starts, Ober's faced just 1 high K rate lineup. He punched out 6 Red Sox on the road through 6. Last year, Ober fanned 6 Reds batters in 6 2/3 innings, getting the Reds tonight. Righties averaged just over 5 strikeouts a game against the Reds, with 6 of the last 10 going over 4.5 Ks against Cincinnati. Texas lefty Patrick Corbin, over 3.5 Ks. I know usually we fade Corbin, but this is a good matchup when it comes to lefty-righty splits when you face the Rangers. Corbin's a lefty. He's had at least 4 strikeouts in 6 of 10 games against high K rate lineups, and 3 of those 5 were at home. Of course, I'm worried that I lost a bunch of K props against the Royals. I said Corbin's playing the Rangers. He's playing the Royals. I know I've lost some strikeout props against the Royals, but 7 of the last 10 lefty starters to face Kansas City had at least 4 strikeouts. It's just such a low number for a team like Kansas City, who's got drastic lefty-righty splits. They're averaging the Royals almost 2 strikeouts more per game against lefties than righties. And this is where we find the edge against the book, when you can find those lefty-righty splits that are super drastic. The book's kind of taking overall strikeout prop edges. So I would look to Corbin taking advantage because the Royals don't strike out a lot against righties, which is why you're getting a good low number here on Corbin, but he's a lefty. This one might not exist anymore. I saw it go to 7.5 in some spots, but Houston's lefty Framber Valdez up against the Athletics over 6.5 Ks. I'd only take 6.5. Valdez has gone over this in 7 of 11 starts against high K rate teams. 4 of those 7 were on the road, and lefty starters, 7 of the 10 to face the A's have gone over their strikeout prop. So you could look to an over here for the lefty Framber Valdez.